successful physical transformation will always follow an identity transformation. Meaning you will never be able to change who you are as a person, the way you look, if you don't change what's going on inside. If you don't upgrade your identity. Because it's only once you're going to upgrade your identity that you will experience the physical changes that you're looking for. It sounds very basics, but guys, this is why some of you are struggling year and year. It's not the god of fitness that is trying to punish you, bro. It's just a sign that there are some parts of you that you have to let go. Some habits, your environment need to change, the way you think, your belief system, your dominant feelings. Because I can guarantee that if we break down your day right now, you're probably doing certain things that are just not aligned with who you're trying to become. And as long as you're gonna keep holding to those part of yourself, that current version of yourself, you're gonna just stay exactly as you are, man. And that is a reality that you need to accept. Some parts of you right now have to go. Some habits, some belief, some people, your environments need to be upgraded, the way you think, your dominant feelings, your emotions. You have to review all of that and ask yourself, what I'm currently doing, what I'm currently thinking about, that I know is not serving me. And once you will get rid of what is not serving you right now, you're gonna open the door to become a new person. It's all about upgrading identity first. And see your identity as a cocktail. It's a mix of habits, it's a mix of belief, emotions, feelings, people, and also physical look. The way you look right now is tied to your current identity. So if you want to become a different person physically, first of all, you have to destroy who you are right now. To become someone new, you have to make room for it. And that means there are some parts of you that you need to get rid of. You just need to destroy the version of you right now if you want to become someone different. That is why a lot of you guys are failing. I can guarantee. It's because you're never taking the time to do that assessment. To review your day and be honest with you and be like, what is not serving me right now? What is not aligned with my future self that I'm still holding on to? Because as long as you're gonna keep holding on to those pieces of your current reality, you're gonna keep experiencing what you're experiencing now. The analogy I was thinking of is, think about a balloon. You probably see at some point those movies where the balloon is trying to fly high in the sky, and for the balloon to rise, you have to remove the stones. And the more stones you remove, the higher you're gonna go with the balloon. See it this way. See your future self as something that is, above clouds. And right now you're just right there. The surface of this planet. And in order for you to move high in the sky, bro, you just have to remove the stones, the heavy stones, bro. And see those stones as some part of yourself. So ask yourself, what habits are not serving you? Who are you trying to become? And what are you doing right now that is not aligned? And that one thing has to go. I can guarantee you one thing. Every time I level up, every time I became someone different, it's because I had to let go of something. Whether it's a habit, whether it's some people. I give you an example. Like, I went for different phases in my life. I was first of all overweight. I was a fucking lazy guy, playing video games, smoking weed, eating junk food. And in order for me, to feel better in my skin, I had to lose some weight. And someone who's aiming to lose weight cannot keep, eating junk food at night, snacking all night long, having the improper sleep routine. It's just not aligned. Someone who's not moving cannot expect to lose weight. So I had to change something in my routine first of all. I had to start moving, I had to start working out, I had to remove the snacking and some bad habits. And eventually I went from this person to this person. Yet, I'm always hungry. I'm always aiming to become someone better and better. And at some points, I was in good shape. I started having lean muscle, abs will start popping up. But I hit a plateau. I hit a roadblock. I couldn't get my physique to a level that I was aiming. Why is that? It's because I was still having uncontrolled cheat meals. I was still drinking on weekends. I was still smoking weed at night. I was still going, on weekends at least. I was going to bed super late. Those are not habits that are aligned with someone who's absolutely shredded. And the reason I have this physique today is because I was like, okay, bro, you cannot keep drinking every weekend. You cannot having cheat meals based on how you feel. You have to control that. You have to move more. I change things in my routine. And then again, I have a great. And that's not just physical transformation, it's also mental transformation. But you don't have to be at my level, the level I'm in right now, because I'm very aware that I'm super advanced with my physical transformation, but I'm just giving you some rules that you can apply now, because it's all the same principle. It's like, what do you have to let go? What do you have to let go today that's not gonna serve your future? And if you ask yourself that question, you're gonna have the answer. Like, at the end, bro, your intuition will never lie. Your soul will never lie to you. That answer, you know it. You're just not acting upon it. And that's not your fault, because every time you're trying to become someone different, you will feel a lot of resistance. Like, trust me, for me, it was not easy to give up on drinking on weekends, because I had to let go some friends. I had to change my environment. I had to stop hanging with the same people. And you know what? I had to face a lot of rejection at some point from my friends. They don't understand why I'm spending time with myself and I'm not hanging out with them. And I had to justify myself. I didn't like it. So I felt like for some period of time, I was like in isolation mode. Because I was like, okay, it's me. And personally, guys, like, I was not only aiming for physical transformation, I gave up my job and I started my online business. And I know that person, someone who's working online, and I become my own boss, like, I had to fully upgrade my identity. Because I left my job, I was not making any income, and I had to rely on my new online job. So I started making money, paying my bills and this and that. So that period of my life required a big identity shift, and I had to act ASAP. And the faster I acted, the faster I level up. It's that simple. Again, don't try to be where I am now, but just understand the principles. Sometimes you will have to let go of things. It's not gonna be easy. People around you, including your family, including your best friends, will not understand. They will criticize you. And that's okay, because they're gonna just think with their current level of awareness. And the way they think now will certainly not be aligned with who you're trying to become. So you have to accept that you're gonna spend a lot of time with yourself. You're gonna spend a lot of time with yourself because it's just for your best interest. If you're just trying to become someone you've never been before, you have to do things that you've never been before. And think differently, change your belief system. All of that you need to review. And that should be the first step of your transformation. That's exactly what I do with my clients. I'm not just hanging them a workout plan, a diet plan, because I know that if they don't change what's going on in their head, they're never gonna stay consistent. They always come back to me with a certain excuse, with something that's stopping them. And I know that's because they're still holding on some on some parts of their current life that is just not aligned. So the first step of any physical transformation should be identity review. How do you operate your days? What are your belief system? What is your environment consist of? What are your habits? And just review your day and be like, it's this way of doing things or this way of thinking is aligned with the person that I'm trying to become. And once you're gonna do that review, you're gonna have your answer. You're gonna know that there's certain habits that are not serving you. If you go to bed late, if you're not having a morning routine, if you're not moving enough, there are things that you need to change now. But also, the most difficult thing sometimes is just to remove the bad habits. Especially, for example, if you're holding on too much on alcohol on the weekend and smoking weed as I used to do in the past. It's not easy just to stop that from day one. I get it. For me, I had to do it from phases, but it got easier because I was making my days harder. And that is one thing. That is one of the best tools I can give you if you want to eliminate a certain habit, a bad habit. Just intentionally make your days harder. Waking up earlier, doing some crazy movements in the morning. I love to do push-ups because it just sends a signal to my mind that, hey, today we're not acting like a bitch. Today we're moving hard. So make your day intentionally harder. And I can guarantee it's gonna become easy for you to eliminate the bad habits from your life. And again, as I said, identity is a mix. It's a mix of habits, a mix of people. Also review your friends, guys. Like, it's gonna be hard for you to level up if you're still attached to the same old people. Like, the reason I am where I am today is because I had to ask myself, are the people I'm hanging out with, do I want to be like them in the future? Most of them, the answer was no. So I searched for people that was living my ideal life, whether it's lifestyle, whether it's physique. And I'm like, okay, bro, how much does it work to work with you? I want to invest in you. I want you to help me get to that same level. And this is what I did. This is why mentorship is so powerful. This is why it's gonna be easier for you to get the result that you want if you work with a coach. Because he's gonna just transfer his belief system, his energy, his mindset to you. And once you're gonna absorb that, it's gonna facilitate the way you're gonna change your identity. And again, with identity change will follow the transformation change. Invest in yourself, view your days, audit your environment. And once you're gonna do that, you're gonna be surprised how fast you're going to change. Can you do it alone? Yes. But it's gonna be way harder than if you were to invest in someone that actually have the result that you're looking for. That's exactly what I do with the guys. So guys, this is something you wanna look into. You're ready to invest in yourself, you're ready to level up, change your identity to upgrade your mindset, upgrade your physique. Reach out to me on Instagram, or there's gonna be a link at the end of the video where you can apply for one-on-one coaching. But the best takeaway you're gonna take from this video is think identity first. Change the way you think, change the way you do things, change your habits, change your environment, and eventually you're gonna upgrade as a person. Let's fucking go.